Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube. My name is Nur Muhammad from NMWatch, and we are back with this series that I have going on, the watch collection revisited series, where I take a look back at the watches that I've been collecting so far and still remaining in the collection, right? So this time around we're talking about this Seiko Prospect Monster 4th generation, the SRPD25K1. So my wife gave this to me somewhere in June 2020. So after 2 years, more than 2 years, so what do I think about it, right? So first thing first, this is a gift from my wife, so I'm not going to be selling it anytime soon, right? So yeah, I think it's just rude to sell a gift, right? So anyway, and yeah, and not only that, this is, I think, the last Seiko that they made in high quality, right? So let's just I will explain a bit about that later on, right? So let's just do a quick dimension check for this particular piece, right? So I think the dimension was about 42 millimeters in diameter. Let's just reconfirm that. I can't really remember on top of my head right now. Yeah, 42.5 millimeters in diameter. And the thickness, right? So from the case back, the big fat case back, to the middle of the crystal is about 13.4. But if you include the Cyclops, that will be about 14, right? So I'm just gonna use the 13.5 millimeters, right? And the lug to lug is about 48, I think. Yep, 49, right? So because we have this protruding style of lugs, and the lug width is 20 millimeters, right? At that side of the lug width, but it tapers out to, right, so 23.5 millimeters, right, before tapering down again to 20 millimeters at the clasp, right? So size up for my 6.75 inch wrist, or 17 centimeters. It weighs at about 170 or 180, I think. I can't remember. Let's just see how it weighs. So 180 grams. So very, very heavy watch, in my opinion, because I don't really wear heavy watches these days, right? So this is a dive watch. So if you guys don't know, dive watch, we have this this rotating bezel with the Lume pip on the bezel, and we have this very, very strong Lume application on the dial, and right. So, and of course, this is an ISO certified dive watch. That is why we have the diverse 200 meters written here, right? So you know what, let's just take it out from, let's just see that Prospect logo with the automatic 200 meters of water resistance mark, right? So professional diver I am not, so yeah, I just love the aesthetic of this particular piece. In fact, when they started to release this particular version with that with the other version with the black dial and with the rubber strap, I think most of the even Seiko fans didn't really like it, right? So because they say that Seiko have just destroyed that utilitarian or the monster look. But for me, I kind of like the design of this particular Gen 4, because they look to me a bit more matured. So I don't really go gung ho again in this day and age, because I'm already 46 this year, so I don't really wear something that is too bright. So I think this kind of little bit more subtle approach to the Seiko Monster, that is, for me, it is going to a good direction. But yeah, some of the Seiko fans do prefer the Seiko Monster case shape of the Gen 1, 2 and 3, right? So that's just me, guys, so don't hate me in the comment section below, right? So, and one more thing that they don't really like when they released this particular version is that Seiko didn't release it with the stainless steel metal version, right? So this one is, of course, stainless steel coated with, I think, IP coating black, right? So but it traditionally, Seiko Monsters doesn't have any colors on their bezel, right? So that's why I know some people didn't really like it. Alright, so let's get back to the bezel. So it features this Lume pip in the 12 o'clock, and I think this is just IP coated. It is, of course, stainless steel, right? So, and on the dial, I am struggling to state what color is this. It's not blue, it's not, can I say that this is a very, very dark turquoise? So there's a combination of green and blue here, and yeah, for me that catches my eye, because prior to buying this exact watch, I went to the shop and see how it looks like, and I think, yeah, let's go for that, for this color, because I've never had something like it, right? So the indices, of course, they are printed on the applied shape, right? So that is why they can have tons of Lume application there. And we have that what do you call this, chaptering, which is not as aggressive as the one that you would find on the Gen 1, Gen 2 and 3, but we still have that beautiful Seiko Monster hour hand, mini hands and second hands, right? So of course the indices are all rectangular now compared to this, if you are comparing to the Gen 2, which looks like a shark teeth. This is a lot more simpler, and the Seiko and Prospect automatic divers 200 meters are all printed in gray color, not in white. So yeah, that kind of, you know, making it look a bit unique. And one thing that throws almost everyone off is that candy bar Cyclops, which for me I like it, but for some they just can't handle the Cyclops. Yeah, I have a, you know, I'm growing older, so this this Cyclops does really helps that much, right? So, and the bezel action, still something mushy from Seiko, but then just a little bit of back play there, right? So, and this is lined perfectly. So 2020 is still a good year if you want to buy a Seiko, but after that they just go downhill, right? So I will explain that later on. Case finishing, right? So case finishing, if you have this brush sorry guys, brush finishing on the side with this polish finishing in this, you know, indentation here, or the groove, right? So see the groove matches this the groove pattern on the top, so where it is bigger on the top and smaller at the bottom, right? So we have brush finishing again here, and we have polish finishing on this end of the case here, where this end link meets, and you can see that, oh my god, that is way too many room, Seiko, come on. Right, so tapering, this bracelet is featuring brush finishing, and we have this middle link which is polished, very, very cool. But before we talk about the bracelet, let's just talk about the crown, right? So this crown is basically not signed, of course they don't sign it once for nowadays. And we have this not so useful crown guard thingy, right? So we have this screw down crown, very, very easy to use. Because we have this gear like you know, grip on the crown, very, very nice, right? So at the back we have the fully brushed case back with the diver's watch 200 meters stainless steel, blah blah blah. This is not a special or limited edition, so that is why you can buy this really quite a lot of, you know, readily available, right? So, and you can see that I've swapped out the Seiko clasp, because I really hate that diver's extension thing, because when I wear them I will always leave a mark under my wrist. So that is why I've swapped out to this awesome looking clasp from Saint Martin. So we have this 6 micro adjust, so very, very cool in my opinion. But yeah, still, what do you guys think? Okay, so let's just put it on the wrist and see how it looks like. Before we do that, let's do a quick wristwatch check. Boom, I'm wearing my Seiko Monster SRPD25K1 Safety Ocean Antarctica. Wow, very, very long name. Right, so let's get back to the why I think 2020 is the best or the last best year to buy a Seiko, because after that their quality just went downhill, right? So this one is my STO Antarctica, but this is the second watch that I've got from the seller, because the first one, the bezel was very, very wonky, right? So even now this one, right, you can still have back play, but a little bit too much. You can see there, at some position it's not that bad, some position, yep, you can see that it turns one click like that. So the first one that I've got actually has a whole lot worse bezel action than this one. So this one I've got during 2021, somewhere around July. So yeah, maybe after 1 year of this release. But you know guys, in just 1 year, Seiko managed to, to destroy their own reputation in terms of quality control, especially on this particular example. I don't know why, I don't know how. Right, so anyway, let's just, and this thing costs a lot more than this too, right? So this one I think I've got it for around $300, this one $400, $100 more, and you got something which is less in quality, so that kind of sucks. Anyway, let's just put it on the wrist, the SRPD25K1. Yeah, it is a top heavy piece, so I'm maybe I'm a bit too skinny now, so maybe I had to dial in a bit. But yeah, still it is quite a heavy watch to wear, but you know what, it is the perfect Seiko Monster for me, right? So that's just me, guys, that's just me. Right, so let's just see how the Lume looks like on these two awesome pieces. Let's just give them a quick charge. I'm so sorry, guys, I still haven't recovered from my I don't know what to call this. It's not a flu. I've just been coughing for the past whole week. I'm so sorry. I guess ready, 3, 2, 1, boom, and you can see that on the STO version Antarctica it features this green Lume, but on the SRPD25, which ironically has that 14er style Lume, when it goes dark, it glows in blue, which is very, very cool. I just love these two. That is why I still keep them both in the collection. Yeah. Oh, and you see that you have that Lume pip on the 3 o'clock from 2021 model, but you see that on the 2020 model there's no Lume on the 3 o'clock. So that is also one of the thing that Seiko changes, which for me is okay, not that bad, but yeah, still if you guys are curious to know, right? So there you have it, guys, my 2 years experience of the Seiko Seiko Monster 4th Gen. What do you guys think? If you guys own a Seiko Monster, so please do let me know which of the 4th generation Seiko Monster is the best for you. And for me, it's tough, guys. I love that on this particular piece, but I hate that wonky that bezel. This one, I don't know, it's difficult to love this thing. So you can't just buy this and then say, oh wow, that's a beautiful watch. No, that's not the experience with me on this particular piece. But still, the quality control is very, very good. So if you guys manage to get yourself, if you guys could get still a hunt for the 2020 version, right? So that those will be a whole lot more, better in terms of quality. But of course, the bracelet, oh my god, that sucks, Seiko, come on. Right, so there you have it, guys, my 2 years experience, or 2 years review on this Seiko SRPD25K1. I do chime in the comment section below if you guys have your own experience. So if you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Stay safe and bye bye.